What it do, y'all? What it do, man? My chair is all weird. I'm trying to get a decent camera angle. Camera, I guess you could say. I don't know. I'm over here bobbing and weaving like I'm fighting. You already know what it is, man. Oh my gosh, boy, this chair, I swear. You already know what it is, man. We're back here to serve some more game on the ground for them hungry hounds. We just got the pound and are ready for the next round. And that actually looks pretty good. I ain't even gonna lie. With that being said, man, I'm gonna be talking about a couple of things that a lot of people are afraid to do. And the reason why a lot of people are afraid to do is because they have no humility. You gotta lose in order to win. You gotta fail in order to succeed. See, a lot of people, they sit around and they want to get everything on the first try, but the truth is you ain't never gonna get nothing on the first try, and if you do, it's just pure luck. Nobody is ever good enough to get anything on the first try, and that's a fact. Nobody is ever going to be good enough to get anything done, to achieve anything on the first try every time they do something. And a lot of people, they don't try anything new because they're afraid of failing. They're afraid of maybe being mocked. They're afraid of people looking at them like a failure. They're afraid of feeling like they lost. They're afraid of feeling low. But the thing is, you have to go low before you can go high. You got to go through the trenches before you can climb up the mountain. And that's just 100% facts and not opinion. And a lot of people, they sit around and they see the trenches and they fear it. You got to go through the swamp before you can get to the ocean. And that's just how it is, man. A lot of people, they see something or they try something, they fail at it, and they never do it again. The first time they fail at it, they never do it again. And it's just crazy because the only way you can win is by learning from your failures. No matter how many times you fail, you're going to fail as many times as it takes for you to win. And that's just how it is. And there's so many people out there who are so afraid of failing. Like you can't make stuff up. When I was still teaching martial arts, I had students who were always telling me that they're afraid of failing their tests. They're afraid of getting something wrong. And I'll sit there and tell them, look, bro, you gonna get stuff wrong. That's just how it is. You gotta fail before you can win. But when you fail, you learn what you gotta do. You learn what you gotta correct. You learn what you gotta fix so that you can succeed. And that's just how it is. You can't go into something with the mindset of, I have to get this in the first try. Like, no. Like, you can go in there with the mindset of, I'm going to try to get this in the first try. I'm going to do everything I can to get it in the first try. But you can't go in there with the mindset of, I have to do this, I have to do that. Because you're not going to do this and you're not going to do that. A lot of people, they give up too early on things. They start something, they give up way too early. Because they failed the first time, the first couple of times. And then they quit. A lot of people, there's certain methods of making money out there that so many people could be doing right now. They could be working on building out their own business. They could be working on building their own social media accounts. They could be working on, trying to get into the flipping business. Whatever the case may be. So many different ways that people can make money out there. But because it failed the first couple of times, they gave up on it. Because they're like, oh man, this ain't going to work. So you can't go into something with that kind of mindset because then nothing will ever work. Nothing will ever work. You will find yourself losing and quitting more than you will ever find yourself winning if you go into something with that mindset. And that's just how it is. Everything is new. Everything that you do at some point is new. And everything that you already know how to do, guess what? You didn't learn how to do without failing. You failed at it before you got better at it. Maybe it's at work. You sucked at doing your job the first few times for the first week or two and you got better at it. You know why? Because you kept going back to do it. You kept getting more practice and more training. You understood how to do things better in school. You sucked at your tests and you kept failing your tests until you learned how to pass it. That's just how it is. In sports, you suck at whatever position you play in, but you kept going back. And guess what? Now you're real good at it. You know why? Because you kept going back. It's the same thing with other things, man. Same thing with trying to build a business. The same thing with, trying to do social media. It's the same thing with anything in life. Anything. You gotta fail in order to win. That's just how it is. People don't want to fail. I am okay with failing. As long as I learn what I need to do to come back even stronger. People are not okay with failing because they don't believe in themselves. In order to be okay with failing, you got to be able to believe in yourself. You have to believe deep down that, yeah, man, I'm going to come back, though, because I learned this and I learned that. If you don't believe in yourself and learn from what you failed, you're not going to do nothing else. You're not going to achieve nothing else, and that's just how it is. People are too afraid to take that little risk. You're supposed to take a risk every day and doing something different and seeing how it turns out. But a lot of y'all don't want to do it. A lot of y'all don't want to do it, and it's a shame. And there's so much wasted potential. There's so many outlets that are filled by other people that you could have done filled yourself, but you're just like, no, man, I'm too scared to fail. Too scared to fail. Imagine that. When you say that you're too scared to fail, that means that you're too scared to win. That's really what you're saying. Saying that you're too scared to fail is cope for saying that you're too scared to win. Oh no, man, I don't think I'm ready to win. That's what you're thinking deep down. I don't think I'm ready for this, man. I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do that. So you make an excuse saying, no, man, because I'm scared I'm going to fail and I'm going to look like a fool in front of everybody and this, that, and the third. You coping with yourself. I can't tell you how many times I caught myself saying, I'm scared to fail, man. I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think I'm going to win. But it's really just because I'm scared of success. A lot of y'all are actually scared of success, and that's crazy because you've gotten so used to living in your slave-minded mentality. You've gotten so used to living that 9-to-5 job, wake up, go to work, go home, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, go home, go to sleep. You're not used to anything being successful at all, so whenever the opportunity comes, you end up shirking it because you're just like, no, man, it's new to you, that's why. You can't be scared to succeed. If you're scared to succeed, you ain't going nowhere in life. And that's 100% facts and not opinion. You can't be too scared to succeed. You can't be too scared to fail. They're one and the same. They're one and the same. Don't let nobody else tell you otherwise. They're both one and the same. They're both cope for each other. So yeah, man. With that being said, make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, members, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else y'all know. I'm getting up out of here. Deuces.